explosions, because we do. Mulehorn Gaming Podcast. We blew it up.
Got him. I hit him. Down. Oh! Oh, I got him! What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Mulehorn Gaming Podcast with Prime Time.
What's happening? Woo!
There it is.
You missed that in your stream, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we got a good episode lined up. Before we jump into it, just a little housekeeping. If you like this podcast, guys, jump in our Discord. That's when you'll know we're podcasting and when we're doing stuff, because we're kind of trying to do it like every other week or so, but it just varies because Prime and I are adults, so we can't do it every week.
Well,
kind of most days, right? Yeah. But yeah, jump in the Discord and check us out, get to know the community. Lots of great folks over there. We stream it live. We stream it live now on Kick. We're trying out Kick, and of course on our YouTube channel. So you guys check that out. But Prime Time, do you have any special beverages for the night?
No, man. I'm catching up on my energy, so it's my Celsius Arctic Blue.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's like drinking frozen blueberries, and I like it.
Right. I don't have anything special other than to show off this massive water jug that I got. That's literally a jug. And my wife makes fun of me because I have some fake teeth from getting them knocked out back in the day playing basketball. And she's like, you should take your teeth out and use that as a jug to like.
And I'll bust out the spoon in my washboard abs.
Yeah, no, right. But yeah, guys, we do this every week. We hang out and we chat with you guys and talk about the things that are going down in the gaming world and all that fun stuff, man. So appreciate all you guys watching. Hey, so the big thing, Kick and Twitch, man.
Yeah,
kind of a big deal.
There's stuff going on. There's shots fired. There's contracts being made, and there's content creators pulling some. Oh, didn't see that coming. Yeah.
Speaking of something I saw today, we just threw up here. Dr. Disrespect tweeted 50 million is his number with the kick symbol right there on his face, and I was like, hold up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, was like,
he's known to be cryptic and kind of like pulling a fast one on people sometimes, but sometimes he's saying what he's saying without saying what he's saying.
Yes.
And, he's definitely not a fan of Twitch, and, he can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. And he's asking half of what the other guy got signed for. So,
yeah. I
mean, I'm sure Kick's like, yes, yes, please.
Look at the response. It's a salute. It's like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. It's nuts, man. It's like, so it's really hard for like a content creator, right? Because you're like, if you want to pull up and go to another platform, it's extremely difficult because it's you got your audience where you're at. They probably know you because of the platform. And one of the hardest things to do in marketing or in anything is get people to go from one platform to another. Like it's, there's a reason why those people are on that platform, but it's like, I've been trying it out, Prime, on Kick for the last, 2 weeks. And I gotta say, man,
minus some key emotes being gone, like the Ric Flair woo. It's been good. Viewership's good. Engagement's good. There's a few of our complainers are complaining less about this app. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys, but no, it's been good. We were skeptical, mainly you, of Kick about a month ago.
Yep.
And now we're like, okay, Twitch is kind of just as bad, so maybe we should just see what works for us instead.
Yeah. Servant says app is a problem, no picture in picture. I mean, yeah. And and then when I have problems, you get like 50 emails if I go live like 3 times. So
yeah, I have a few of those too. I haven't looked into minimizing those emails yet.
Yeah. I gotta say, like from a creator standpoint, there's obviously things that are missing. Like I really like the new tool Twitch had for creating shorts off clips and things like that. And like to get a VOD off Kick, oh my gosh, you have to jump through like 20
Oh,
hoops
really?
to like, yeah, it's like it's not easy. And it's
Interesting.
just annoying. You have to go into your dash on your Windows and like it's just not easy, man. And like I will say Twitch has a lot of the tools built in to make it easier
Yeah.
for somebody, and there's a lot of tools built in to make it very shareable. Like, and like they have such a strong market share, like with Twitch drops and Prime and things like that. But the
Prime.
yeah, but Prime time, yeah. But I feel like I think with the way they're going, I bet you they're going to get rid of Prime subs like on Twitch.
I've heard that rumor, and it kind of makes sense because they're not really doing much with it. I mean, as far as like a benefit to the creators and streamers. So
Yeah, it's just
I don't know,
weird, man. I
man.
feel like even though Kick doesn't have all the really cool things that you're wanting, they seem to be doing things like for the creator, basically.
Right. A little more creator
Yeah.
focused versus like, Twitch. Even if they're at their live stream where they're answering questions, well, they answered some questions. They were not really opening up to everyone else. It seemed like they're still like, okay, we'll throw the creators a little bone.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's not what you asked for, and it's like, a small percentage of the goodness you want, but here's a little something.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I don't know what their long-term goal is. They're not making money for Amazon. So what's the friggin' plan?
You got me, man. That's the thing that I'm like, I just don't get it because like it's weird. Okay, so like on Twitch, like I had at one point back in the day before we took a year off to do YouTube and things like that, we had pretty good viewership on Twitch, but it was really hard to grow it there. Like it was extremely difficult. And what I feel like with Kick, man, it's just like you get on and the people are there to watch, like just your regulars and things like that. But then you're having this like more people find you. So I don't know if they're doing something with their algorithm or what, but like it just feels very streamer supported, and it's nuts. I mean, it's people to show up to the streams, and I think even though the emails are annoying and things like that, I think that helps because people that subscribe, like you pull up the email, oh, they live, I'm going to go to it, so it's a little bit easier to be found. But really interested in what Servant's saying that Kick needs a PS5 and Xbox integration. I mean, what do you think? You think they could?
I agree.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think with the attention they're getting, the streamers are getting, the revenue they already have, they're not really catering to a bigger company. Well, besides the gambling company, that Stake.
Yeah.
So they're doing okay financially themselves. But with the attention they're getting and as much traffic is being drawn to them, I anticipate seeing features being rolled out.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we got big guys here now. We need to get features rolling out to appease these people because they're going to bring us a lot of viewers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I feel like Kick is doing everything right from the standpoint of creator. Like it like a big drawback was like you can't multi-stream. So like we usually did the podcast to YouTube and Twitch, but now we can't multi-stream that for the podcast. So that immediately was like, well, that sucks. I guess that means the podcast is just going to be on YouTube and Kick because I can't multi-stream it. And I usually don't multi-stream, I usually just streamed on Twitch, but like I feel like Twitch is trying, but they just like, for example, I got it pulled up right now. This is something that came out today. It's called Hype Chat, which if you look through these comments, and actually if you've ever been on a YouTube stream, it's very similar to what they do on YouTube, where it's super chat, but instead of the money going directly to the creator, half of it is already going to Twitch.
Yeah.
So you can get your message seen, as you can see in this GIF right here. Sorry, GIF.
Wait, what?
GIF.
Yeah, thank you.
But it's a swing and a miss because you're immediately like you're going to take 50% of whatever they're doing right there. Like it's just not creator focused. Like I get you got to make money, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you make people sit on Twitch and watch 9 ads before they can interact with something. But I tend to agree right here with what Servant says. It does not feel streamer supported.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I think back in the day before Mixer came around and then after Mixer kind of faded away, they had segments of streamer supported, but when they get too comfortable, it's like, yeah, we'll do whatever.
Yeah,
what are your options?
It's just weird, man. It's just I don't know. I don't get it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't either. But I'm glad that we're giving Kick a shot. It's been doing good for us, and it seems like they're on a good direction from what we can tell so far.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Absolutely. Competition.
Yeah. Like Nate said here, all companies copy something from each other. Yeah. Cause Kick looks very much like a carbon copy of Twitch's layout,
Yeah.
And very much so Servant, like the competition. I think that's what Twitch needs. Like it's kind of like when Xbox 360 was king of the hill, right? And they just kind of sat on their butts, and then PlayStation came in and was like, boom, PlayStation 4, baby. What you think about that?
Yeah.
And like everyone, like even now, Xbox is trying to recover from it. Like they just don't sell the consoles that PlayStation does. And, part of that's exclusive and stuff like that. But like, the innovation, they just stopped innovating. And I don't know, maybe it is Amazon trying to make them profitable or something like that. But it's just like, making someone watch 9 ads is not it, bro.
No.
Like I can make it where it's a subscription service or something. Like if you want to watch streams on Twitch, I don't know, maybe this is a good idea. If you want to watch streams on Twitch, then you pay $5, $10 a month, right? And then some of that revenue gets shared to the streamers on the platform, right? Part of the agreement is you get some type of market share. Whether you're only getting about $50 a month as a small time 1%, 1 or 2 viewers, you only get $25 a month or something like that based on X amount of views or whatever. You could do all the math for it. But I think if you wanted to make it profitable, you'd have to go from some kind of subscription service where, $5 and you get Twitch, but you have ads every once in a while, like Netflix, right? Or like Tubi or whatever it is. $10, no ads, $20 and you're a sub to your favorite streamer and you pick who it is and you get no ads, something like that, where it makes it sustainable. And then you still have the ecosystem that Twitch is like. That's another thing. Twitch is really good at their ecosystem, and that it's very easy to support streamers in Twitch because they make it easy with bits and subs and Amazon Prime and direct donations. Like, it's easy. And I know Kick has that and stuff, but like it's the psychology behind Twitch and viewership on Twitch is that of a supporter. Like you're a lurker and a supporter, but
speaking of lurkers, do you hear about that with their new mature rating mode where you're forcing you to put your mature rating? So if you switch a game and your lurkers get kicked because you have to basically click on the screen to do the mature agreement. Also, it will most likely, they're anticipating it, ruin rating. So if you're going to rate someone and you go into a mature content or a different type of maturity rating, your viewers have to click on the agreement again, and lurkers once again get kicked off.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a big what the heck?
Wow. So all those lurkers, like they lose all that viewership?
Yeah, because lurkers, everyone has to agree if the maturity rating changes, whether it's a game change or stream change, but via hosting. They have to agree to the new maturity rating.
Dude, that sucks.
If it changes. If it doesn't, then fine. But we go to different streamers that are streaming different stuff. And we have lurkers that we bring along because, we're sharing a community.
Yeah.
And that's going to cut in half if lurkers aren't there to do it.
It's just think about subathons or like.
That was what one of the streamers brought up. I got a subathon. Heck, that's going to screw me over. And I was like, oh crap,
Wow.
that's messed up.
Or even charity streams.
Yeah.
Like if I have a bro that's doing like something for like
Stack
Up or Save the Kids or Extra Life or whatever they want to do. And I'm like, hey, I can't be here all day, but I'm going to give you a view to help your discoverability. That sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why they're doing it to better protect their younger viewers and whatnot, but the result of that action has a side effect that is not being addressed.
Yeah. That is
one step forward, a few steps back.
That is crazy, dude. I can't believe I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm gonna sound like an old fogey here. I feel like I feel like it like us Prime, like we're the next in line, right, for being business owners and like managers and things like that, right? Because it usually just goes with age. Unfortunately, it's not always the brightest person that's always in leadership. And I feel like all these freaking boomers, they're like running their businesses into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just don't get it.
You see it everywhere, and not to get political, but it's just it's you see it everywhere.
Yeah.
And then you have now even the generation below them are seeing what's happening, and they're like, no, I don't want that up there. We need to change something. So there's a gap. I hope will be shrinking back to, I don't know, stability again.
It's almost like I mean, the cardinal rule is always like know your audience, right? And it's like they don't know their audience. Like who's the people on Twitch? Usually people who create content or enjoy watching content. Not like just mom and dad that are sitting on the couch watching TV. That's just a different demographic.
Yeah.
And it's just like they want to, I don't know, man. It's just I mean, Mark, it is massively disconnected. And I just don't get it. I don't get how you can have something as big as Twitch with Amazon behind you and just not get your target audience.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's why Kick is killing it.
Because they're not having to put in a lot of work to provide something that people want, because all they got to do is like, oh, that over there is clearly not working. People are not liking it. We'll just stick to what we're doing, and it works.
It's like the classic, hey, we'll just do everything that Twitch does good, and then all the crap that they suck at, we'll just market our business off of the things they suck at.
I mean, their Twitter account, sometimes it's like low blows, but it's so on point.
Yeah, it's like Wendy's.
It's like Wendy's. I love that PR team, man. I love that PR team.
Yeah,
yes,
dude.
Marketing W for sure.
Yeah, it's just like they're all over it, man. And it's I don't know. Big target audience doesn't always transition to a profitable audience. All these large companies focus on profitability. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, see, Kick, I feel like is playing the long game. They're playing the influencer game, right? They're almost like what Mixer did, but I feel like Kick has the ability to be more sustainable because the track record with Microsoft. Yeah. And Microsoft always, they buy tech and then kill it. That's kind of what they do, and I feel like with Kick, there's a lot more sustainability there. And there's the possibility of like paying your streamers an hourly rate. Like where did that come from?
No one saw that even come up as a topic.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's like, geez, where did that come from, man? Like, and it's like, how many streamers do you know that will leave Twitch just to try that out to see if they can make a buck streaming?
That will be a good chunk of people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Live golf stream platform and gambling money. Yeah. Isn't the owners from like Saudi Arabia or something like that, or Bitcoin?
I'm not sure where Stake is at. Stake is, I'll have to find out where they're located at.
Yeah. But it's just crazy to think that like all you really have to do to have a sustainable streaming platform is just take all the things that Twitch does really bad and just do them better. And you immediately have people wanting to jump. I mean, Dr. Disrespect, is controversial in some cases, but like the dude is pretty smart as well. And, the fact that he's reaching out to them as well, if they sign him and other people, like I feel like if they get Doc, they're going to get Nick Merckx. And I feel like if they get Nick Merckx, they're probably going to get Tim the Tatman at some point.
Perhaps. I mean, Nick just got 15,000 subs for the reverse canceling that was tried on him. So he might not be going for a while. Him and Tim got a good sweet spot. But, I mean, Disrespect's like a free agent.
Yeah.
And he does what he wants to. And that would be so in line with his personality.
Yeah.
It fits. Follow up, it's on it's in Curacao by Aruba. So South America is where it stakes at.
Okay.
I probably butchered the country, but
okay.
Yeah. But back to Doctor. I mean, that's his personality. It would fit for him to go rogue to kick like that and still get support from Nick and Tim.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that would be like an absolute game changer because those guys are pretty thick.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, they've been talking about it on their streams. And, they go back to boys. They were been boys since 20
like
20
18 or something
10,
like
yeah,
that.
18 years.
Like
18 years. They know each other's families. They're so very close.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. And I this is an interesting point to bring up is Nate is saying too many people wanting to quit their jobs to play games all day. It's a lot harder than people think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Tfue. Did you see the thing with Tfue?
Dude, I saw something, but I don't recall what it was.
There was there was a lot of people that were saying, "Oh, boo-hoo, you play games all day and you make $1 million, and who cares about you?" But it was just nuts because like he is basically taking time off of streaming. I don't want to play the audio over here because it's like his video, so I don't want to like infringe on his stuff. But go check it out. He talks about this like he had to quit because it was affecting him his mental health. He just couldn't sit and stream 8 hours a day every day on stream. And it's a psychological battle. And so like what Nate was saying is like, too many people just want to quit their job and stream. I don't think people understand how hard it is because you have to be super creative. You got to think of stuff all the time. It can't just be the same thing every time you tune in or people won't watch, they'll get bored with it. And
when you're not streaming, you're still working a considerable amount to contribute to your channel.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're off online does not mean you're not working.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to do. A lot of people don't understand, but it's going to be interesting, man. And Bomber says, Tim and Nick just signed contracts within last year. So yeah, that could, I don't know. I don't know if they would leave YouTube because I think they got some pretty good things going down with YouTube, but
But Tim and Nick on YouTube as well?
They only stream like Tim the Tatman only streams to YouTube. Nick Merckx.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Doc does as well. And then Nick Merckx is on Twitch. So
okay. Yeah. That's right. I forgot Tim went to YouTube. That's right.
Yeah. And it's true, man. Playing games 24/7 can be boring. That's one of the reasons why we're doing podcasts. We want to do sports streams and stuff like that, for MHG as well. But it can just be boring sometimes.
I mean, you hasn't put it out in the open yet, but we're thinking about some hot tub streams.
Jeez. Oh my gosh. Sploom, what's up?
In the bag.
Yeah, right. Sploom, what's up, man? He says if they start paying people an hourly rate to stream on the platform, then they will become the new Mixer. Too many streamers, not enough viewers. That's an interesting take. What do you think about that, Prime?
Say it again.
He's saying if they pay streamers, it'll just be too many streamers and not enough viewers.
Yeah, there'll always be viewers, but I can see how the ratio could slightly change. But, I mean, that pay schedule is not going to work for everyone. It has to make sense for both parties. I mean, if you're getting paid your wage, but you can't bring in an audience, that contract's not going to last very long.
Well, I think too, like they are doing a lot of things similar to Mixer, where they're bringing in really big names.
Oh, that aspect, yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the deal, right? You want viewership to go up, and so you bring in big names to get viewership to go up. I don't know, because I from what I understand, Splume is that they're going to be doing like they pay you based on how many viewers you have. So even if you're streaming and you only have like 1 or 2 viewers, you're not really going to get paid. You got to hit X amount of viewers in order to get paid. So it'll be interesting to see how they do it. I think if they could somehow work in a tier like, hey, if you're hitting 10 to 20 viewers, then you make X amount of dollars an hour because you're making us money, right? So that would give you incentive to grow your platform, create more content, all that stuff.
That's good idea, actually.
Yeah, but I think
Very good idea.
that's what I've heard, at least that they're talking about. Yeah. So Nate says a lot of people bite off more than they can chew, though. Like some of these cats are young as hell. Top life hasn't hit them yet. That's true. I mean, living in their mom's basement, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
When you don't have your own bills and you don't have your own overhead,
yeah,
you can feel like you're making some good profits, but getting out there with a mortgage and a family, it ain't as easy.
Yeah. It is a really tough thing to do, especially with a family, man. It's just, but it's like, I just feel like, I don't know, as a content creator ourselves, we've been doing this a really long time, Prime, and you're seeing it too. It's just like, you see it in the chat now with Kick. Like, it's just so interactive. There's people that come in and interact with you and hang out, and it's just a different vibe.
Yeah.
And it feels like Mixer. It really does. It feels like the same vibe of very close community, like back in the Mixer days,
Those are some good times, man. I mean, that's whenever I gave streaming a shot for, I don't know what, 6 months. I mean,
yeah,
it just felt so good. The community is great. It's like, all right, I'm gonna jump in. I had the time then. I don't have it now, but
yeah,
it was good times, man. It really was.
Yeah. Jedi Master Rose says, but there is also things with Kick being new that they might down the road get hit with how YouTube and Twitch get hit with DMCAs. Yeah,
there is that possibility.
I think it's already started to happen a little bit because, God, what's his name? I'm trying to think, the big YouTuber. I'd have to look him up again, but he owns his own like influencer company and things like that. That's kind of like what he does. Devin Nash, that's it. He's a really big YouTuber, super analytical business guy, very, very smart. Go look him up. He gives like a full breakdown of what they're doing and how Kick is playing the long game of influencer market. It's just so risky right now that most brands won't jump on board. But what you're starting to see, I think I saw this on Twitter. There was like some smaller game developers that were like, hey, we do our streams on Twitch, but all of our creators are jumping off the platform and going to YouTube and Kick. And so we're going to reevaluate if that means we need to have more opportunities for those creators on those platforms. So it's like they're already starting to lose the influence like swing, right? With, the reason I'll stream on Twitch is because if I'm playing Diablo, people can get drops, or if I'm playing XDefiant, people can get drops, and potentially get more viewers and stuff like that. But it's I don't know. I mean, I think if devs are starting to talk about it, that's where the change could happen.
Mm-hmm. And to Severin's question, he said, didn't Mixer die? Did they don't replicate that vibe? Kick's not trying to replicate the vibe. It's the community aspect feeling that's happening again. So Kick is not doing like, Mixer 2.0 by any means.
Yeah.
It's that feel of like, okay, we get some people coming together that are kind of on the same board of like, this is what we want and it's not happening over there. That's what we're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like Nate says, it's for me, it's either Josh or Mule. I'm for the interaction. Love it. See, that's exactly the vibe that it feels like, man. It just feels like super interactive. We do feel special, Nate.
Thank you, Nate.
Yeah. But drops, Jedi Master O is straight on. Drops are great though, because that's something that kind of sucks, because we tried to stream XDefiant the other night, and it's like they had drops on, and I can't get drops on Kick. Like
they weren't working though. I tried throughout the night afterwards, and it was a current campaign.
Yeah.
But no matter what channel I watched, it never registered that it was even working. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it was.
But
speaking of XDefiant.
Oh, you want to jump into XDefiant?
I mean, we'll roll into that if you're not done.
I mean, hold on. Let me spend an hour trying to matchmake with you. Hold on.
Oh man, that was not fun.
Yeah.
And you kind of find out the reason why is because the cross-play between consoles and PC was locked up, at least on the console side. I found that out later on. It's just the ability to unlock that so you could play with other platforms aside from console just wasn't able to do it. I think they may have had problems with that in the closed beta, so they left it unlocked. I could play other consoles all day long, but not PC. I will say, though, I did play more after we got off, and I got multiple games back-to-back, not being kicked. I kind of had fun.
What?
I enjoyed it. I know.
Wait, someone clip that, please.
Clip it.
Prime had fun playing a shooter.
Well, if you recall, when Rogue Company came out, I enjoyed that quite a bit too.
That's true.
And this has it's like Rogue Company, but first-person shooter, first-person view.
Yeah.
So, and it's fast-paced and, camping or rushing. I had fun.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like I had more of a chance than playing Sweaty COD. So I'm like, okay, I can play this more often when it comes out. It is free to play in the future. So, I could be doing that.
Yeah.
Until Starfield hits. And then I'm like,
it's
when does XDefiant come out fully, by the way?
I don't know the full release date. Yeah. But yeah, it has like a excuse me, it has like a
Rocco, yeah.
Like an old school COD vibe to me, man, with like hero ability. I don't want to say like Overwatch abilities, but like hero abilities that are that are just like tangible for like a COD type game,
modern,
like
slightly futuristic military.
Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing that's over the top or anything like that, but it was just, I had a lot of fun when we actually got some games in, and it felt good. Like they are okay. Servant says it's summer 2023, but there are some movement demons already in there, man. Holy smokes!
What do you mean?
Like there's a lot of the slide jump and bunny hopping that were already in the game, and it's like, I don't know if you got into any of those, but like I feel like what made the game enjoyable is that they don't use skill-based matchmaking.
Yes, I did see that on socials. That was everyone was very much praising that. Like, thank you.
Yeah. That I think is what made it enjoyable, because not every freaking game felt like a sweat fest.
Mm-hmm.
It was just fun.
I mean, if the hardcore guys can enjoy it and the casual plebes like myself can enjoy it, there's probably many in between that enjoy it too. If they roll it out smooth or fix it real quick or whatever, keep the community engaged. I'm not saying it's a COD killer, but it's going to be competitive up there as far as like drawing in multiple shooters from different genres.
Yeah. Yeah. I love the fact that you have like if you're a cleaner, you can choose which type of special ability you want, like a drone that drops a napalm, or you can have like where you throw a bomb in front of you and it.
I was liking the firebomb last round.
Yeah.
I go in to capture the flag, capture the zone. I'm like, nope, boom, my zone.
Yes.
I mean, it felt good.
Yeah. I actually played a one game this afternoon where they were doing the point where you have to move the point. Escort, I think it's called.
Yeah.
And I got around behind them, and there were 3 guys on there, and I just burned them all in true MHG fashion, just blowing it up, And I saw them all just go doot 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 doot. And I was like, that felt so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it'll be really interesting to see how it. I mean, if it's free to play, I guess they're going to do Battle Pass.
Yeah, they probably will.
Yeah. Activision
Chances are high.
Yeah. Activision is the only COD killer, but the game felt smooth and was fun to play. Yeah, it definitely has potential. I mean, Jedi Master O plays a lot of COD, and he says he felt it had potential to be a great competitive game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree, my friend.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's a big step if Prime likes it. If you like it,
I mean, I was a little surprised. I wanted to try it again because I knew it's later in the night. Servers might not be as crazy. And I was right. I'm like, okay, I'm having fun. Even one match I was in second place as far as highest points overall. And I'm like, this feels good. I was sniping the whole time. I was in biz suit snipes. And I was like, I was doing all right.
Yeah. I'm curious about this though. Nate is saying he feels like the hype's there, but it'll be like Halo and die out.
It's possible. But then again, Halo's hype kind of died pretty quick.
I feel like Halo died for lack of content. Like
that was, I guess that's why it died out pretty quick because there was no roadmap of content. Like there wasn't stuff there out the gate and coming soon or even visibly soon. People like, okay, I want to hang around and play this. Just wasn't happening.
Yeah.
Biggest disappointment of first party games for me.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things, man. Is like anytime you do like a live service game, you have to have content, man. You have to have it. I do want to say this. I know it's not like on the docket to talk about, but it's something interesting because you guys all saw me the other night when I was streaming Halo and I was raging. But this is really interesting here. And I want to see what you think this could mean. Hopefully it's not too loud on stream.
Feels good.
They're showing a storm. And they're saying 6/27/2023, and today's the 22nd.
That's what everyone's been talking about. A battle royale mode coming to Halo? Oh, interesting.
I don't know. I'm really curious about this one.
Interesting. So, if that is the case, would that bring you back?
I don't know because the thing that drives me nuts about Halo right now is I feel like I don't know. Yeah, the aiming for me on Halo is just so different than any other game you play as a shooter.
It's so slow.
Yeah, it's just
joke.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll get me back. I mean, I'll probably try it out because it's a VR.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah, I could see that happening for sure.
Yeah. I feel like if they want to make it sustainable or something that more people will play, it really has to keep iterating and building on their fluid movement.
Yeah.
Like they're Spartans. They're super strong. They can freaking flip tanks. They should be able to move and jump and glide and like with ease.
They should.
And not feel as like like I play Apex or I play COD or I play, XDefiant, and I just feel fluid. Like I'm moving quick, and I'm like, these guys are supposed to be more fluid and quicker than like with all their armor than dudes without armor,
Yeah.
And so it's just, I think that would really play into the lore if they maybe built that up a little bit and kind of changed some of those things, made it a little bit smoother, made the aiming a little bit snappier. I don't know. What do they use? Hit scan? They use hit scan, right? Or is it, I can't remember, but like the aiming has always felt a little janky to me because it feels like almost like you don't really need to even move your cursor or your controller that much. You just keep it centered in the middle because it's all body shots and headshot at the end. And so it's I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
I like what Dad said. It should have Titanfall movement. I mean, the Spartans are as badass as they are in every type of media besides the game. They are quick, nimble, super agile and strong. It just doesn't reflect in the game.
Yep. Yep.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Servant's right too. Like Halo needs to evolve like Fortnite did. It just
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean
Really
Fortnite evolved to be more like Apex, and it's paid off. Like I play it, when Prime, you play it a lot. Like you completed some of the battle passes. So
yeah, I had 3 seasons, 2.5 seasons worth of battle pass. And my son keeps asking me, when I'm playing with him again. I'm like, I'm not getting battle pass because there's no way I'll get to 100 to get Optimus. But I play with him. Any chance we get to play together, I'm in there with him. We're getting dubs and having a good time.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. It's just I want to love Halo. I mean, we did a Halo podcast with N64 Josh, and it was the #1 Halo podcast for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it for all of us, it just fell off, man. And I just don't know if a BR would get me back into it.
Yeah,
because it's got to have some, and maybe it is. Like I think that when we saw a comment that said it could be built on Unreal Engine, like that would be a massive dub.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, your personal fandom for it can only last so long. You can only keep the hype so long.
Yeah. And I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Jedi Master Rose says Halo hasn't been the same since Halo 4. I mean,
can't deny that.
Yeah. Halo 5 was interesting, but didn't like the story. I did like the jetpacks and the multiplayer. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. It helped with the movement, but I don't know. I'm going to be on the fence. I don't think it's going to be a Starfield situation for Mule. So, yeah, and see, this is the sad fact with us old guys, right? Our gamer tags are Servant117 and Mulehorn117, and we barely touch Halo now. Yeah,
it still has iconic meaning. It still brings nostalgia, I guess, whenever you see your gamer tag and whatnot, and others do as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Thaddeus Prime came from Optimus Prime back when Transformers was launching movies back in the day, and I'm not as hyped for them as I used to be, but the name still fits.
Yeah. So one other thing I think we should talk about, Prime, is I finally finished the Diablo.
I was about to bring it up. You finally let yourself complete it. Let's get real here. And you had a good time. You were liking it. The story is good. And then you realize there's still a few more things to do afterwards. But dude, it took you so long to beat it.
I know. It's because I started 4 different characters.
Squirrel. This looks good. Squirrel. This looks good.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, if you would just beat the story and those few things afterwards, all those other characters would probably already be halfway to 50 already, because it's so much easier. You get a huge boost.
I know. I'm like, man,
only if our community would have helped you and told you maybe to stick with the story.
It's my gamer ADD, man. I can't. I'm like, I really like the rogue. Oh, I really like the barbarian. Let me go back to him. Oh, the sorcerer, cool.
Yeah,
like freezing people. That looks cool. I want to do that. And then it's like, oh, the necro. I didn't try out the necro. I need to. Ooh, yeah, boom, boom. I like the explosions. It's like, so it's just like it's like chasing bright shiny things.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
Yeah.
I think for me it was finding a extremely solid build. Once I got to 50, and man, my druid is like insanely just OP right now, even after being nerfed a few times. I'm at the point now where I'm just having to grind things to get the gear I want and level up slowly. So I started working on the sorcerer, and they are some OP sorcerers, like Jedi said.
Yep. Yeah.
Near infinite shards mana, sorcerer doing ice shards like a laser beam. Dude, it's insane.
Yeah. Are you using that Diablo website for the build?
The D4 builds. Yeah. No, actually, this one I found someone else.
Okay. Can you send
the YouTube link I put out there? He had a different site he went to build it out.
Okay.
But it's working for me, and I'm on level 30, and I have like I'm still have a few more things to unlock to make it perfect. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah,
so good.
Yeah, man, you're gonna have to send me that because I want to try it. I really do. I want to try it,
sir. Yes, sir. I will.
So, that's all I had to talk about. Do you have anything else to talk about, Prime?
Oh yes. I got to show off this bad boy that came in.
Oh yeah, hold on. We're gonna get the full effect here.
The Starfield controller. One of my bumpers was going out for my standard controller that came with the Xbox Series X, and look at those clear buttons, dude.
Dude, it looks sick.
And dude, this came in the mail shortly after we talked to Pope on the podcast.
Yeah.
Or when it's announced, I was like, "Oh, this is so awesome!" And comments were like, "Oh, is that a Pope art?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's not as detailed and as intricate as Pope would have it." As we learned, because his designs are way more
very detailed,
in depth, and storytelling.
Yes,
as he would like to put it in, is accurate than this is. But man, this is freaking solid. It feels great, looks great. And I look at it like I want to play Starfield.
Yeah.
But it's an awesome controller, and like I said, mine happened to go out the day before I ordered. I'm like, okay, it works out, makes sense,
yeah,
justified.
Dude, is the podcast going to be taken over in September when Starfield comes out?
I mean, we need breaks every once in a while. And they're only 30, 40 minutes versus the hour plus in the day. So,
yeah,
we can squeeze in a podcast or, every month,
right?
A month, maybe twice a
month.
Right.
Right.
No, we definitely would love to probably gush on it and, talk about where we're at, because no one's experience is going to be the same. So we'll have a lot of good combo.
Yeah. I think we should do like a community night where we get as many people as we can in the podcast.
Yeah. For sure.
Just from the Discord or wherever, and we all just talk Starfield, So
is Servant going to get Starfield?
Yes, because he has an Xbox again.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. He got his Xbox back. So, or a new one, I should say.
Right on.
Well, cool. Well, maybe jump into some more XDefiant. What do you think? You gonna try it out?
I'll jump in with you. Well, never mind. I can't, because it's not cross-platform.
That's true.
We can try. If it's not, then
Yeah. Bind it but PC. Yeah, I think I am too. Uncapped frames, baby. Ooh.
That, unfortunately, I'm a little jealous.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
But yeah.
It's gonna be good. Well, awesome, guys. Thanks for listening to the podcast. If you're listening to the audio, or if you're watching us live on Kick now and on YouTube, we appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. And, we're going to keep rolling with this. We're going to keep talking some games and doing all the fun stuff. Probably a lot of Starfield in the future, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Starfield and Diablo and things like that. But yeah, we'll see. But Prime, it was awesome, dude, as always.
Same, bro. Same.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys, for watching and listening. And remember, when in doubt,
blow it up!
Servant has a toe fetish.